evening, Internet. I'm Chris.
This is Eli, Sir Wookie Wang.
With the SmartAssPodCast, and we're about to give you a review on a movie we just watched.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Once you're done with this review, or before that, check out the feature-length commentary we did for it.
Yes, sir.
We'll leave a link down in the description for that. But Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Well, before we start, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell on the side right there for notifications, please. This movie came out in 1982. 82. John Carpenter, correct?
John Carpenter, he produced it, and he did one of the drafts. Did the music for it with Alan Holworth. But this one was directed by Tommy Lee Wallace.
Yes, sir. No Michael Myers.
No Michael Myers, except maybe in a commercial. But
you want to give a little explanation of why no Michael Myers?
Yeah, so
before we go into it?
Halloween was an indie darling, made a shit ton of money, and then Universal came calling for a sequel. And after locking himself in his study with a six-pack of beer for one weekend, John Carpenter wrote Halloween 2, made a quick paycheck, and it made a shit ton of money. Universal came calling for a third sequel, and John Carpenter and Deborah Hill were sick of it. They didn't want they killed off Michael Myers, they didn't want to do it anymore, so they decided to go for an anthology series.
I believe I read they just thought his story was over pretty much, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, it's just done.
Donald Pleasance blew him up at the end. That was a definitive ending.
Yep. Well, go ahead.
But slashes became huge at the box office after that, so they wanted to keep making sequels, as they do, still do.
Yeah.
But they wanted to make an anthology after that. And the first one was Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Witchcraft in the computer age. That was the tagline.
Yep.
And so instead of Michael Myers, we get Tom Atkins.
Yeah.
The mustachioed gentleman, Tom Atkins.
A druid-type cult.
And
overarching bad, yes.
Bunch of fucked up robots.
Robots, yes.
Robots.
Cochran, Mr. Cochran.
Oh yeah,
Sir Cochran.
Cochran's a cocksucker.
Yes.
Because he has an evil fucking plan with these kids.
He is not a gentleman.
No, he is not.
He's trying to blow up those poor kids' heads.
You know who is a gentleman though? The mustachioed gentleman himself, Tom Atkins, who plays the drunk, divorced.
Yep.
I already said drunk.
It's okay.
Doctor.
Can emphasize that.
Drunk, divorced doctor. Drunk, divorced, and a doctor.
Yeah.
Dr.
The 3Ds.
The 3D. This movie is in 3D. They actually were going to film in 3D, but they decided not to, so that's actually a good thing.
It'd be quite the thing to see those worms and stuff coming out of those kids' heads.
We'll get to that in a second. Yep. But Dr. Dan Chalice, Tom Atkins, ends up going on this weird occult-driven murder mystery kind of. After a strange event happens at his hospital, and
an older gentleman pops up
with a weird Halloween mask from Silver Shamrock. Remember that name? You hear it a lot. Out of Santa Maria, California.
Yes.
Which they got that name from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Same thing with the scene at the end when he's screaming on the phone. Oh, people, watch this movie. It's got a bad rap, but it's fucking good. It's very good.
It's not bad. It's just no Michael Myers. If you go into it, just don't expect that.
That's the thing. Back in the 80s.
Back in the day, a lot of people hated it just because they were expecting Michael Myers. Just things weren't like they were today with social media and stuff. You couldn't have trailers and stuff like that, so.
Oh, well. You know what? The funny part is it actually made twice its budget, so it made money. Even though
it has a cult following today.
And it has a cult following, and it's slowly getting bigger and bigger because people are realizing they can't judge it by the fact there's no Michael Myers, and it's still a good movie on its own. So the overarching plot is Dr. Dan Chalice, old man with a mask, comes to his hospital.
Yep.
Gets murdered by a robot, which we find out later. And
the robot ends up setting himself on fire.
Which is great. And then the old man's daughter comes in to identify the corpse the next day, and
Tom Atkins has his eye on her.
Oh yeah, he does in more ways than one. And in the guise of helping her figure out her father's murder, he's trying to get laid.
Yes, he is.
But it is what it is. He's Tom Atkins.
It's the mustache.
With that mustache, anything is possible.
Anything is.
So on a road trip to Santa Maria, California to investigate the evil Silver Shamrock Company, you got Tom Atkins and Stacey Nelkin as Ellie Greenbridge.
Yep.
Getting involved in this weird supernatural plot.
Trying to solve the mystery.
Solve that mystery of those masks.
Yep.
And it seems like the evil Colonel Cochran, who runs this whole town, is up to something suspicious this Halloween, and it's not just putting razor blades in the apples.
The whole town is a little off. Everything's
fucked.
Everything's strange. When they roll into the town, the whole town's staring them down. You see the Men in Black, the robots.
Surveillance cameras everywhere.
Staring them down.
Back when that wasn't a normal thing. Unlike
it's
today.
Not like now, yeah. Nope. But yeah, pretty insane. What about the salesman and his family? The masks when we get to the warehouse.
Oh, the Cuthbert family.
Yep.
So, the best salesman for the Silver Shamrock Factory gets a very good prize this year.
Yep.
His son's head gets blown up by a mask. A bunch of bugs and snakes fall out of it. One of the best kills ever. Back in the 80s, you could kill a kid in a movie, and it was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they made Tom Atkins watch.
Pretty gruesome scene.
Best part is Tom Atkins has to watch this whole thing, and it's disgusting.
It's tied down.
Oh, man.
Unfortunate.
But right before that, we got the whole Colonel Cochran evil speech. You gotta have an evil speech. You have a good evil bad guy. Your big bad has to have a good evil speech, and Colonel Cochran has a fucking good evil speech.
It's one of my friend's favorite here.
It's better than like half the fucking bad guys from the James Bond movies.
Do you know it by heart? Do you wanna?
I do not know it by heart.
All right, check it out then. You guys gotta
check it out. Check our full length commentary. Watch the movie.
Check it
and
out.
Hear that speech because I stayed in silent awe during the whole thing because it's so fucking amazingly spooky.
Yeah. What about the gentleman that got his head ripped off by the two robots?
All right, so not the only drunk in the movie is Tom Atkins. There is also a hobo who gives Tom Atkins, Dr. Chalice's character,
shakes him down for a
couple of drinks and a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
And gives him a little lowdown on Colonel Cochran. That's how he figures out some of the weirder shit going on.
Yeah. And he gets his head completely ripped off.
Yeah, don't snitch in a factory town. We'll get you.
They'll hear you. Small towns, everyone knows everything.
Everybody's listening. All the walls have ears. Yes, remember that shit, kids. So anyway, Halloween 3. They end up at the factory. This kid gets his head blown off by a mask. It's fucking phenomenal. And Tom Atkins has to escape.
Yeah.
Because Colonel Cochran captured him, threw a mask on his own head, and stuck him in a room to watch this commercial that's killing people. How do we forget the damn commercial? Silver Shamrock. So, let's get to what the plot device is.
2,000 times throughout the whole movie.
It does. Let's get to this plot device. Colonel Cochran is using a piece of Stonehenge of all fucking things, and they do not explain it, and it's fucking... I think it's hilarious.
They show Stonehenge in the beginning of the movie. It's an Easter egg. They show it
in the background.
Some people
on the
just
news.
Brush it off, but it's an important piece of the movie.
It is, and they don't explain how they got it, but they got it.
They got it.
And they're using old-fashioned witchcraft and black magic from Stonehenge, putting them in these Halloween masks, and just fucking blowing up kids' heads with insects and fucking snakes and shit.
Snakes and spiders, all sorts of weird stuff.
It's fucking gross, but it's really cool. You gotta check it out.
It's pretty nasty.
Check it out. It's really cool.
Pretty cool masks, though.
Yeah, they are. So we got Don Post making the mask. 3 distinct masks. You had 2 that he originally designed.
The pumpkin.
Oh, the pumpkin's the one they made right for the movie.
Live for the movie? Okay.
Right for the movie. The skull and the witch he already had. The jack-o'-lantern they made specifically for Halloween 3. 3 masks. Number 3. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they're so iconic. They're great. Like, everyone knows what the fuck they are now, but...
Like our commentary is the lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3 for a while now.
But the older gentleman's daughter ends up getting captured at their hotel.
And Tom Atkins ends up on the fucking run from these robots.
And he ends up on the run. He ends up going to the warehouse, breaking in, and that's when, like we were saying earlier, he gets captured. He's in the chair and he's watching the salesman's family
get fucking destroyed by these masks.
Yeah.
And then he has a mask put on his head too. And in what must have been take 55, Tom Atkins breaks out of his shackles and throws his own mask over the surveillance camera in one felt swoop.
I think it was the first try.
I hope so. It's that mustache, that fucking beautiful porno mustache is what did it.
That gentleman can't be stopped.
Anyway, Tom Atkins breaks out, saves the girl, and then uses the Colonel Cochran's own black magic against him.
Yeah.
And fucking fucks everything up. Stonehenge starts glowing. There's a digital magical circle in all the fucking monitors.
Yep.
Fucking kills everyone. Colonel Cochran's just like, motherfucker.
Good work.
Good on you. You fucked me over, you bastard. But my plan's not over yet.
And he turns did he save the girl?
That's true.
To come.
Because as the factory burns and they escape, the girl attacks.
Yes. It's not the girl. She is a robot.
She's a fucking robot. Imagine that shit.
I'm guessing they killed her, got rid of her body somehow.
Yeah. They made her a sex robot.
Yeah, back as a robot.
I mean, a regular robot. Just a regular robot. Tom Atkins didn't keep any of those body parts at all. No, he didn't.
But yeah, she attacks him. He's getting body parts ripped off all over the place. She's still going after him. He thinks she's done.
He's gonna fuck her up.
She has her freaking arm attached to him and stuff. It's pretty hysterical.
She's pretty fucking funny.
Yep.
And then he escapes from that too.
Yeah.
And he runs all the way back to where the movie started in a cold,
station.
dark, rainy night at a gas station with the news playing in the background. Mm-hmm. And then he's calling these TV stations. And this is back in the day when there's only like fucking 3 TV stations to begin with.
Yep.
So he's fucking calling these stations, shut these fucking commercials off. They're gonna kill all these kids. And then the commercial comes on, and all these kids come in to get candy. Who the fuck goes trick-or-treating at a gas station? You know who? I do.
I do. Never.
Just giving them candy at a hubcatcher is fucking great.
What do you got for me?
So all these commercials are on, these kids' heads are about to fucking explode full of insects and snakes and shit. And Tom Hanks is like, fuck, no. Shut it off. Tell them it's a bomb. I don't give a fuck. Just get it off the fucking air.
Just get it off.
One TV shuts off. And this little bastard is like, where the fuck's my commercial?
Yep.
Turns the channel.
The next channel, yep.
Motherfucker, Tom Atkins, I almost called him Tom Hanks. Fuck Tom Hanks.
Yep.
Fucking Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins will destroy Tom Hanks in a fight. I don't give a fuck.
Forrest Gump, I don't know.
Yo, he'll kick his ass. He's a little special. But fucking, shut the fucking channel off, the other channel. Yep. Shut that one off. And the kid's like, what the fuck? Turns the channel again. There's the last channel. Playing Halloween. I forgot the fucking rest of the things, but London Bridge is Silver Shamrock. London Bridge is falling the fuck down, and Tom Hanks like, shut the last channel off. Shut it off, and it freaks out. Movie cuts to fucking black, and you do not know if he saved the fucking all these kids,
including his own.
Including his own. That's right, they had masks.
Yep, including his own.
But yeah. That jumbled fucking mess we just told you, that's fucking Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and it's a lot better than it sounds.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out. And please like, share, and subscribe.
And hit that little notification bell in the corner.
Please.
And remember, I'm Chris.
I'm Eli, Sir Wiki Wang, and please catch us next time on the
SmartAssPodCast. Good night,
now.
Internet.